Right, morning everyone, Sunday morning, and first job today is to do a bit of sheep wrangling. So our local farming advisor that's sort of teaching us about sheep and stuff noticed the other day that one of our sheep was weeing. Wee was coming out where it shouldn't be coming out if it was a female, so we think it might be a boy, and not just a boy with no testicles, so quite useless to us. So we've got to go and round them up, check, see if one of them is a boy. If it is, we've got to go swap him for a lamb. For a ewe lamb. So what a boy with no testicles is a wether lamb, which what we think we might have one, and we need to swap for a ewe lamb. So yeah, got to round them up. So yeah, use this as an excuse to get my drone up a little bit, and yeah, see if we can get them caught in a little pen. Hello everyone. Beautiful ladies. Not gonna like us in a minute, so we've got to look at your bits. Come on. Relax, come on. Hey, there's a good girl. You're a girlie, aren't you? You're going to be a good mummy. Come on then. Right, go through. And you're a girl. You'll be a good mummy too. Yeah. Oh. Come on then. Hop. Right, let walk through. Alright, well that's good news. We become quite attached to the lambs, so we didn't want to change them really, but we couldn't have kept it if it was a boy with no testicles. But yeah, they're all ewe lambs, which is good. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's first job done. Next job is to do a bit of harvesting in the garden. So yeah, it's a lovely, beautiful autumn day. So we've sorted the sheep out. We know we haven't got any boys in the herd, which is good. And today we're going to do a bit more harvesting in the garden. I've got a little bit of footage from about 3 or 4 weeks ago of doing a bit of harvesting in the greenhouse, and Dot cleared it out, basically got rid of some tomatoes with blight and harvested some green tomatoes that weren't ripening. But we're still getting stuff out of it. We're going to harvest some more today, but I'll just show you the footage from 3 or so weeks ago, just to keep you updated, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it's like today. So yeah, pick this beastly aubergine. We'll have this for dinner tonight. That is a monster. Hope we haven't left it too long. How cool is that? Hopefully it's not been left too long. Not quite shop quality, but I think we'll be pretty pleased with that, won't we? Considering they're not supposed to grow very well in the UK. They're really hard to see, you've got to look careful because the leaves are so big. There's another massive one in here. Better get that one. That's it there. How good is that? There we are. Right, better check there's no more of them lurking under them. No, there's plenty more coming though. Should get quite a few more of these yet. So yeah, the greenhouse has worked well really. We didn't do as well as we thought we would really as far as tomatoes. I put a lot of tomato plants in it, but both of us have been very busy and we just didn't keep on top of side shooting, and they got out of control a little bit. Cucumbers done amazingly, the aubergines are looking good, peppers are coming, we're going to have some peppers, I'll show you them in a second. And yeah, I mean we're getting a lot of food out of it. We're just hoping next year will be a bit more on top of it. But yeah, it's fantastic. Small greenhouse, but we've had a lot out of it. See these cucumbers. I mean, this is like the 3rd or 4th harvest of cucumbers that size. We're struggling to know what to do with them. Yeah, let me show you the peppers. I think we'll get peppers yet as well. So yeah, we've got a nice little crop of peppers coming. They're just starting to grow now. but there's a lot of small ones about. Hopefully we should get quite a few of them. Try the old banana trick, see if those tomatoes are ripened up. The plants they were on were just too blighted, they weren't going to survive much longer, so hopefully we can artificially ripen them a little bit, off the plant at least. Who made that basket, Dot?
I did.
You did? That is a fine looking basket. It looks great on camera. You big tiger. Yeah, like I say, that was from like 3 weeks ago. As you can see, since then we've added some old whiskey barrels, and they actually still smell of whiskey. They're charred oak barrels that have had whiskey in them, so yeah, they still do smell of whiskey. But yeah, so we can collect a bit of water off there, and one on both sides, so I didn't have to connect them up. See another one there. And if we go in the greenhouse, the spring's running again. That's back on, that's been on for a while, can't remember when. And we still haven't got through all the cucumbers we've harvested. We must have harvested 50 kilos of cucumbers, that we still got loads of them. Amazing. But yeah, so yeah, let's have a look around here. Probably harvest a few bits. There we go, watch the camera. Yeah, probably harvest a few bits out of here today. A couple of aubergines and a few more tomatoes maybe. Yeah, we've still got some tomatoes coming. There's loads of green ones still, but we just can't get them to ripen. There's some ripe ones though. We've still got lots of aubergines coming. Loads of little ones. There's none ready to pick today, but there's loads of small ones there. And the peppers as well. We've been harvesting the peppers pretty well. Go and show you some. So yeah, we've harvested most of the big ones, but there's still some nice big ones in here coming. There we go, look. So yeah, they're almost ready. Surprisingly, even as late as it is in the year, everything's still growing quite well. So yeah, I think I might leave all that actually for now, because they're not quite ready, all that stuff. But what is ready is our squashes. We really need to harvest them. So we're going to get all them harvested today. So yeah, a little aerial view of the garden. You'll have to excuse my filming, I'm not that great with the drone yet. But yeah, what I find quite incredible about this garden is you can see it's really quite small. That is the extent of it. What you're looking at there, the greenhouse and the 4 or 5 different little beds, and we managed to get hundreds of kilos out of this area in we've only been doing it a couple of years. And yeah, find it quite amazing if you just get things to work efficiently, just how much you can get out of such a small space. So we're going to harvest the squash, which these squash just here, don't know if you can see them. Let's go over them. There we go, those squash just there. So we're going to harvest them. Next to them is the sweet corn, that's done really well. And yeah, so that's a little aerial view, the garden. Dot down there doing some weeding. You have to excuse all the tarps, it's just where I've pulled them all off of the top workshop the other day. I'm going to tidy that up today. But yeah, that is the size of the garden, and we get literally hundreds of kilos of food out of it, which I find quite incredible. Yeah, they're the squash we got. Cool looking things. Yeah, we've got loads of them. Let's just start getting them harvested, I suppose. Yeah, we planted one in this compost heap as well, and it's done pretty well. But, yeah, all the leaves are dying off now, so it's not going to get much more growth. But I don't know what we're going to do with them all. We've got kilos and kilos of them. Right, so that's a pretty good squash harvest, I reckon. Some of those are pretty decent sizes. We've got about 50 of them. That's pretty good. We'll be sick of them by the time we finish that lot though. Yeah, that pile. And those two. So now we just clear the bed. stacked up in the greenhouse. They'll sit in the sun for a bit, and the skin should harden up, and they should store a bit better. But yeah, there's about 50 of them. So we should give a few away to family and friends and stuff, and we'll try and eat as many of them as we can. Right, hey everyone, so a couple of weeks has passed since that last bit of gardening. I've just been so busy. I've taken on a load of hydroelectric stuff, top workshop to do, trying to get videos made, trying to upkeep and maintain everything. I just couldn't keep up in the last couple of weeks, so I had to take a bit of time off the videos. But today we're going to just get some apple juice pressed, because we've got some apples sitting in these bins here. We're not going to do cider this year because there's not that much. It's been a bad apple year, so we're just going to do juice this year. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and a little bit of a funny story. You know, we tested the sheep to see if one of them was a boy, and we decided it wasn't. Well, the farmer came down to give them some vaccinations, and one of them is. It seems I was looking where you'd expect it to be, and where actually a sheep's, penis is on its belly. So yeah, I was looking in the wrong spot, and I don't know how, quite amusingly, but I missed it. I guess it wasn't that big. But yeah, anyway, one of them is a boy, but the farmer's good. He uses them to train his sheepdogs, so he's going to swap us one of the weather lamb for a little ewe lamb at some point. So got away with it, save us going and swapping it with the bloke we bought it from. But anyway, it's enough waffling. We're going to press some apple juice for the freezer, and then get some garlic planted in the garden. Good old Scratter's back out of hibernation. Got a big split down it. I think it should work. Hey, puss. Yeah, it's not been a great apple year this year. Dot's dad gets them for us. They got trees in their garden. Yeah, this is all that was there really. We had a really bad spring really. It was really late to come. Very cold for ages. We had some storms, and then it was very dry. And just generally, it wasn't great weather, I don't think, for native stuff. So yeah, not a lot of apples this year, so we're just doing juice, because we drink more juice than we drink cider. I'd like to drink more cider than I drink juice, but it doesn't, alcohol generally just doesn't agree with me anymore as I get older. Should get a bit of juice out of that. Lovely. I'll stick all that in the freezer then. Still got some left from last year, because we made about 100 litres or something, massive amount that we made. Only last year we had so much we didn't know really what to do with it all. This year there's just not that much at all really. Still get a lot of juice though, as you can see. In 2 presses we'll fill up that, which is what is that? It's probably 5 litres. Get every last bit out of it. There we go. Oh no! Disaster. Came out a bit too fast then. Well, we got, what did we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about 16, 15, 16 litres. I moved the camera there so you be in it, Bobby. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yummy. You won't like it. But yeah, delicious. Right, it started raining out, so we're going to set up under the porch. So this year in the garden we ended up with a lot of marrows. They were courgettes, but we didn't get around to eating them, and they just got massive. So we're gonna. Dot's found a recipe for marrow wine. So because they're massive, these things. So we're gonna mulch them up into pulp, peel them, pulp them, add some oranges and some lemons, and make marrow wine. I say alcohol's not really sitting right with me if I got on a bit, but yeah, we'll give it away or something. Use it for something. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Here she comes. That. Right, this is now a marrow scratter. Whoa. They're a bit tougher than apples. Get a different another piece, it'll go eventually. You would not want to stick your finger in there, would you? Get it eventually. Right. Can't even use one of the big arrows. We don't want just, you know, masses of this. We don't even know if it's going to be very nice. Yeah, we'll try that. Let's use a bit of it. Not that nice just to eat that marrow stuff on its own. Yeah, not the nicest stuff. Right, so we've got, what is it, oranges and ginger. Yeah, good noise, I don't think she heard me. Yeah, oranges and ginger going in as well. Some hot water. Bit of that. There's another one coming. Oh, it does smell nice, I have to say. Oh, a bit more water.
A bit more water, is it?
Yeah.
Same again, or?
Yeah, probably same again. Right, while we're heating up some more water, somewhere in here, in these bags, in the man cave, there is garlic. We get some of that, get some garlic planted ready for next year. In here we have lovely garlic. It's a whole big bag of about 100 garlic in there, maybe even more. Yeah, let's pick a few nice, well, say a few, about 100 cloves worth. How many cloves you get in a garlic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 roughly. So we want about 10 or 12 of them probably. Right, that's what we'll plant. Plant that in the garden, and then we'll get another bag of garlic for next year. We've already eaten some of them obviously, and got enough to restock and plant, but we don't have to buy any this year, and then we should have enough again for next year. So I'll get these dismantled, ready for planting. Look at them, decent homegrown cloves of garlic. You know, in the shops they're like £1 for a garlic. We grow 150 for nothing really, and we grow 150 again next year. Well, they're overwintering, so that these will be up in the spring, ready for harvest late spring. Right, last one I think will be enough. How is it? Should do, shouldn't it? Smells nice as well. It mostly just smells of oranges, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I put an extra orange in.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, that's what it's going to taste like.
Probably a needle to help
Yeah.
it guess. Yeah. Right, we'll let that cool down a bit, and then we'll put some yeast in it. Well, actually, we haven't even got any yeast, but we're going to put some of our apple juice from today in it. This will be a wild yeast. Right, let's go plant some garlic. We should be putting some compost on, but we haven't got that much, and it's only garlic. I think it'll be alright in that lovely soil. I had compost last year, I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, where's my dibber? There we go. I'm dibbing, you're dropping.
Do they need to be sitting there? I can't remember.
Just push them down, they go quite deep, garlic. That's it. So we get them up to the edge. Go, we're ready to fill in all those holes. Go and get them all filled in. We'll just finish planting. You fill in those holes, yeah? Good girl. Yeah, no rush. Yeah, get them filled in. That's it. You get them filled in. Come Come on, fill them in. There we go, yeah, go on. Yeah. No, don't dig them out. Come on, fill them. Come on. Come on. She's a joy. Would you care to find some mesh, my dear? Because I've got a suspicion that this might be a cat zone otherwise.
A cat what?
A cat zone.
Oh.
Where did it end? Here.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm going to put some mesh over it, cat mesh. Poor baby. Poor baby. Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Oh, poor baby.
No, poor boy.
Poor baby.
Cat menace.
Right, that's the garlic done. With the help of the tiger. We harvested all the sweet corn the other day. The mice and the rats were getting into them. They're knocking them over. And we only lost about 4 or 5 cobs. But yeah, they're harvested. They're all in the workshop. We had 2 cobs on each one, so yeah, we're eating. We've just got too much. We can't eat it all. We're giving it away. You know, with all the squash and everything, and sweet corn, and the onions and the garlic, and yeah, what else we had? We've got about 300 leeks there to eat. We need to get through as well. Yeah. This small little garden, we get an insane amount of food out of it, really, for the size of it. It's just a shame our potatoes didn't do that well this year. But yeah, I'll take you into the greenhouse, show you how that's doing now. Stuff is starting to come to an end down in here. We're hoping just to get some of these tomatoes to ripen, but yeah, it's getting pretty cold in here. And the aubergine, there we go, aubergine, still getting aubergines off of them, but they're starting to feel the cold a bit, I think. But there's still little aubergines on there, so they're still doing good, considering. Another couple of weeks I would have thought I'll have to harvest everything off of them. Yeah, been a successful year really, from the garden and the greenhouse. And yeah, we've just got too much, can't get through it all. That's our biggest trouble. But yeah, our water butts filled up nicely. See, they're completely filled and overrunning. However, problem, we've got to return one because it leaks. It leaks out of here. There's a split where this sharp curve's been created and the bung hole's been put in. There's a split that leaks, weeps water. So it never gets above that line where obviously it does, and then it just drains back to that point again, so we've got to change that. Got another job to do. Yeah, mostly the garden has worked well. The only thing we had trouble with, like I say, is the potatoes. Oh, we got about 150 big what are they called, parsnips down there as well. So yeah, we've got all these leeks, all those leeks to eat. About 100 at least. Swedes, massive Swedes under here. Show you some big boy Swede. There we go, look at the size of that. I think you American viewers call them rutabaga. That's a beast. You see? Yeah, there's about a good 50 of them in there as well. So yeah, garden's done well all round. Alright, so that's gonna conclude this video. I mean, it's probably the last of the sort of main bulk of getting stuff out of the garden for this year. There'll be harvesting and stuff, but everything that's going to grow is grown, other than this garlic we just planted now. And everything's going to come alive again in the spring now. But yeah, we've done really well. It's been a pretty good year. As I say, the potatoes weren't very good, but everything else has done better than it did last year by quite a long way. And we're going to be eating out of this for another good few months yet. Yeah, the videos are probably going to come in a sort of 2-weekly basis for a bit, because I'm struggling to keep up with all the things I need to do around here and get them filmed. And a lot of the jobs I've got, like the cob and the tiles for the other side of the roof, they take more than a week to do. So I can't really keep up at the moment doing weekly videos, but so they'll probably be 2-weekly for a bit, and until I get some of this really repetitive bulked work out the way. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.